go over 8 steps to success. The reason we need to go over 8 steps to success, this is really very basic. It's not about, oh, I know it already. It's not about what information you know. How much have you really applied in your business? How much actually you have put it into in your action daily? How much you actually followed this 8 steps to success? Because it's not like you go to the school, you learn about 8 steps to success. We're not going to write an exam on it. The reason we are learning 8 steps to success, because all the leaders who's been doing Atomy, they figured it out. Atomy, we don't really have a manual. Because some people say, oh, Ari, other company, they have this thick book, what to do, what to post, this and that. Does Atomy has any of it? Sorry to say this, we don't have any of it. But Atomy always, even including CEO Hungry Park, he empathized, we need to follow 8 steps to success. Through the 8 steps to success, our goal is to become an auto sales master. But what direction? 8 steps to success, right? Our goal is to become auto sales master with the direction of 8 steps to success. So if you follow this one, this is something you need to duplicate. So today I just want to go over, and I want you to think about your business. How much am I really following this 8 steps to success? The very first one on the list is a firm goal setting. And I think we empathized a lot towards the end of last year that writing life scenario is very important. The reason, the question is, how many of you actually wrote life scenario, right? So it's not about how much you have learned, how much you actually applied on your daily life for you to, in order for you to gain more results for Atomy business. So find out your big why. If you don't know how to write, you become clueless what to write, we have a guideline.
Atomy's life scenario has been updated in 2020. Please write down your name, membership ID, and affiliated center on the first page. Read both President Park's poem and the life scenario manual. Atomy's new life scenario is divided into 8 parts. Part 1. The Bucket List. Here you can make a list of your wishes. Writing tip. Fill them with specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound wishes. Part 2. The Life Wheel. This part will help you define a balanced life that is fulfilling, loving, learning, and contributing. Writing tip. First, set 8 keywords to classify your life goals. Second, evaluate your current situation with a dot and join all the dots to create your life wheel. Last, write your goals in detail. Part 3. Big Plan 3. Here you can set and track your promotion goals in Atomy. Writing tip. Give yourself 3 years to achieve your goals and write in detail the target mastership level, income, and PVs. Here you can write your goals and plans for each month. Writing tip. Write down your monthly business goals and plans using the 8 steps to success. Make a to-do list with specific items needed to be done for your business. At the bottom, your monthly progress can be divided into 2 sections, with records of your income, sales PVs, and mastership level. Keep your commitment to the business by checking your current status. Atomy's life scenario will point you to the right direction for your Atomy business, and it will be a guidebook for the success of all Atomy members.
So very number 1 is a goal setting. Once I go through, you'll understand why number 1 is a goal setting. Without this, you won't be able to follow rest of the steps from the 8 steps to success. The second one on the list is a commitment. Yes, now you figured out why you need to do Atomy. You found the desire to become successful with the Atomy. You found the reason. There's a big why you want to become successful in Atomy. Okay, but in order for you to really make it into reality, you need to make a commitment. Are you really willing to pay the opportunity cost? You are enjoying your current lifestyle. I mean, watch 2 hours of Netflix and then go out every weekend. You want to continue your current lifestyle, but still want to make $50,000 after 5 years. I think the equation doesn't make sense. In order for you to achieve your goal, to fulfill that big why, you need to kind of give up something. Even if you don't sleep, I'm not saying that you shouldn't sleep, but even if you don't sleep, you need to spend that time for doing Atomy. You need to kind of give up your personal pleasure right now to focus on Atomy. That's a commitment. Some other leader put this commitment as what's your number one priority. If there's a certain number of things that you need to do daily, what's the number one thing you need to do? So let's say you need to bake a cake. To bake a cake, you need to follow up your members, right? You need to catch up on your Korean drama shows. And let's say there are some other things on your daily list. What is your number one? If your answer is not Atomy, you're not willing to become successful in Atomy. If you're still saying that, oh, I will watch a Korean drama first, and once I'm done, I will do follow-up, then Atomy, it's not your primary reason. You won't be able to achieve the goal that you set on step number one. And after you set the goal and decide firm determination that you want to become successful in Atomy, what do? You create a contact list. I think this contact list, it was really hard for me to write a contact list. Honestly, I didn't know how. I didn't know what name I should be putting it on. And when I was watching several leaders YouTube at the time, they said, contact list it's easy. Person who you will be sharing Atomy. It's not, don't think about whether they will do business or not. It's their decision. But what I was thinking, whenever I go through all the names on my phone list, I'm making a judgment on my own. Okay, Mary, is she gonna do it or no? By looking at her personality, maybe she. So I'm wasting my time making the prejudgment. At the end, I have nobody really to write on my contact list. So this contact list is who you're going to share Atomy, not about the business. Who you're going to share Atomy. Even just the consumers, even just the lady across the street, that lady might not interested in the business, but the lady need to use a shampoo. The lady need to use a skincare. People you can share Atomy. Don't just categorize as okay, I need to make a contact list. Who will do the business with me? No, make it broad. Who will use Atomy product? Then you will probably comes with tons of contact list. And I also have shared several months before how some other leaders creating their contact list. They also categorize contact list by product. They put hemohim, they put skincare, they put probiotic. Okay, so I think the people over here need hemohim. So when this person contacting this person, mainly talking about hemohim. So there are many different ways how you can create a contact list.
그러면은 어떤 사람에게 이 사업을 전달할 건지 이 상품을 전달할 건지 명단 작성을 하게 됩니다. 리스트업을 합니다. 예상 고객 명단 작성을 하는데 이 명단 작성을 할 때 할 사람을 적는 것이 아니고 아는 사람을 적어라 하는 거예요. 아는 사람. 자, 할 사람을 적지 않고 아는 사람을 적는 이유가 있습니다. 그것이 바로 지마음의 법칙 때문에 그렇다 하는 거예요. 그래서 내가 대개는 사람이 없다 하는 사람들은요, 대개 할 사람을 찾기 때문에 사람이 없다고 그래요. 그냥 아는 사람을 적어 가지고 아는 사람에게 내가 무엇을 하고 있다. 내가 화장품 장사를 시작했다. 세제 장사를 시작했다. 그러니까 세제는 내한테 샀으라. 화장품은 내한테 샀으라. 내가 건강식품을 가지고 있고 싸고 좋은 치약을 가지고 있다. 그러니까 내한테 사라 하는 정보를 전달하는 홍보 사업을 하면 되는데 우리는 대개 그걸 알려놓기만 하면 되는데 그걸 알리지를 않고 살 건가 말 건가 이거를 내가 스스로 예측해서 판단을 하고 있기 때문에 자 우리가 할 사람하고 아는 사람을 할 사람을 적는 것이 아니고 아는 사람을 적으면 된다 하는 겁니다. 그러면은 몇 명 정도를 아느냐? 평균적으로 250명을 누구나 다 알고 있다 하는 겁니다. 어떻게 250명씩이나 알고 있느냐? 결혼식 해보면은 최소 250명이 온다 이거예요. 거기 결혼식장에 오는 사람은 내 결혼식장에 오는 사람은 대개 아는 사람이에요, 모르는 사람이에요? 다 아는 사람이에요. 얼른 몰라도 옆에 사람이 누구야 누구 몰라 이렇게 하면 하고 평소에 별로 안 보고 지냈던 사람도 한 다리 건너서 바로 소개만 하면은 아는 사람들이 거기 오게 되어 있다 하는 겁니다. 그래서 약 250명 정도는 누구나 다 아는 사람이 있다. 자, 이거를 구별해서 자, 고향 친구, 초등학교 친구, 중학교 친구, 고등학교 친구, 대학 친구 이렇게 적어보고 현재 내가 사는 동네, 현재 사는 동네에서 아는 사람 적어보고 그 다음에 사회단체에서 아는 사람 적어보고 내가 전에 직장에서 알았던 사람 적어보고 군인들은 군대 갔다 온 사람들은 군대 친구 적어보고 이렇게 저렇게 적다 보면은 250명은 무조건 나오게 되어 있다 하는 겁니다.
Yes. So once you have created a contact list, what do you need to do? You need to invite them to Atomy system. Yes. Before you have to ask them to come to the seminar. Please come to one-day seminar. But nobody wants to come because of traffic. It's far. They're tired after work. But honestly, this day is easier because they can just enjoy watching through YouTube, or they can just join online meeting. I think some people just having dinner and watching at the same time. So I think it becomes easier for us to invite our consumers or prospect to join our Atomy system. Atomy, we all know Atomy provide the success system, the online one-day seminar, online success academy, and we do have our team meeting. And I'm sure your sponsors will also provide those Zoom meetings for you. And that's where you can also invite your members. Not only Atomy Canada, whole global branches, they are running their own YouTube channel. And if you go their YouTube channel, they're trying their very best to upload very useful video, which we can watch, right? And which we can share to other team. And plus, we all know we do have a CH Atomy, right? So invite people to those systems. And after you invite it, it's showing the plan. Many people finding this is hard. Oh, I don't know how to explain. Oh, I'm not a good presenter. Show the plan. It's not talking about how well you can present or how well you talk. It's about what you will be sharing to the other person. Even if you just sharing, oh, you know what? I actually have tried this eye patch and I tried it 3 days and I apply here and there. It's good. It's also part of show the plan. And even sharing why you're doing it Atomy. I don't want to worry about paying mortgages. I don't want to worry about my retirement. So I know Atomy can be a good backup plan for me. That's the main reason I'm doing it Atomy. That's also show the plan. So show the plan doesn't really have a certain structure because I thought show the plan it's like you need to have a proper, right? Like a proper presentation in front of the member or prospect. There's no certain rules. If you share how much you love Atomy product, that's also part of show the plan. Share the benefit of becoming a member. That's also part of show the plan. And share the vision of Atomy. Vision of Atomy is not about, oh, Atomy is $1 billion company. Oh, Atomy, there are now many people making money. Other than that, you can share your own vision, the reason you are doing it Atomy. So it's all part of show the plan. Once you have show the plan, you create contact list. Of course, if you got a yes from them and you register them, or at least you share the product to them, what do you need to do after? You need to find out how much they like the product, or if they have attended a meeting, you want to know whether they like the meeting, or if they didn't like, you want to find out why they didn't like the meeting. That's follow-up. One thing I have learned, right? Because everything I learned, because I haven't done it now MLM before, or I haven't read any book related to MLM before. So everything I share is from my experience or some of the notes. I got it from the many leaders who've been at me or any other MLM for many years. 48-hour rule. I kind of neglected at the beginning of doing it at Atomy, but I know the importance of it. It's not really exactly 48-hour rule, but it's just part of a follow-up. Once you have introduced any number of product, right? Any number of product to your member, call them or message them. Don't just call them like next day. That's why it's a 48 hours. So 2 days later, at least, oh, have you tried it? How did you like it? Depend on their answer, you know what action you need to take. I think I mentioned it before too. When I asked them, oh, how did you like it? Oh, I didn't even open the box. I mean, they were so eager to try the product, buy the product. So they purchased it. But when you follow them up, oh, Ari, I was busy. I didn't even get a chance to open the box. So you know you need to follow them up again. Sometimes when you follow them up, oh, I tried evening care set, but I wasn't really getting the results I got when you do the facial for me. Then from there, you can continue the conversation. How did you use a deep cleanser? How to use a foam cleanser? And how to use a peeling gel? And by the way, she explains, oh, you're supposed to use a peeling gel in a certain way. So she will appreciate for me giving her correct information. And once she tried the way I explained, probably she will like it. And I will probably call her back or message her back a couple of days later. If she says oh, I like evening care set. And I can also add it, oh, if you like evening care set, why don't you ask your coworker to use it? Oh, why don't you ask your friend to use it? If you don't know how to explain, I can help you to do it. So, I mean, you can actually get referral from them naturally. Then if this one becomes a habit, you don't have to worry about getting a contact after you introduce a product or even you ask them to come to the seminar or the meeting. Always follow up because you want to know whether they like it or not. If they like it, of course you want to proceed with that, but if they didn't like it, you want to find out why. And after follow up, it's a consultation. Right? Consultation. The consultation word itself it's kind of big, but anything you want to share. I mean, I talked to this member. Not this member. I talked to this prospect, but I thought I will be getting yes, but I end up getting it no. Can you tell me why I got no? Or probably sponsor doesn't even know the answer, but at least when you talk it out, right? Probably you will be able to identify wrong, or it was just a decision made by the consumer. So if you don't know anything, if you think you're kind of overwhelmed with the reaction by the consumers, or if you feel like you're kind of lost in track, just always consult. Instead of worrying just by yourself, if you just worry by yourself, there's no solution. That's one thing I have learned. I'm the person that I don't really ask, but I learned I need to ask a question. Right? Because I thought that if I ask a wrong question, I'll be penalized for asking such a question. But I learned if I don't ask a question, my question never be answered, which means I won't be able to gain the confidence. So I learned I need to ask a question if I don't know. So I ask a lot of questions at the beginning, but I don't ask that much question these days. But still, if any situation comes, which I never experienced, I still contact my sponsors ask them to share their experiences. So we all are leader, but still depend on how many years you've been at me, experience level is different. I'm not saying, or my sponsor doesn't mean that they have all the answers, but at least we went through more good and bad experiences. So that's where you contact your sponsors to get that experience. Very last thing, and then I think it is the most important, besides setting up the goal, number 8. If duplication doesn't happen, what you do right now, you need to do it forever. Hopefully you all understand what I mean by it, right? If duplication doesn't happen, probably you might think that when do I stop registering people? When do I stop, calling for follow? When do I stop? You'll probably ask yourself, how long should I do it? You can stop to it when many of your partner duplicate what you do. Please give me a thumbs up if you do what it means. If no duplication, what you do right now, that's something you don't want to do it, you have to do it forever, and that's going to make you give up on Atomy. And then the reason we're trying to follow this 8 steps to success, some people are smart. Some people can create their own system. They can come up with their own lines of, sales speech, this and that. But the question is, can your partner follow the system? Can your partner speak well like you? That's the reason company came up with this 8 steps to success. This is something what we can duplicate. We can kind of pass it on to our members. You're trying to gain a lot of information possible. What do? You're trying to pass it on to your partner, and then your partner also pass it on to. If it doesn't really, there's no connections, you need to keep on register, cold contact. You need to do it. And then you, after 3 years, you might thinking, why am I keep on doing this? And that's going to make you discouraged of doing that. So importance of duplication is you don't need to continue of doing what you are doing it, right? So you will know what's A step to success. Okay,